Assalamualaikum guys. So today we are going to start our project. So as previous video, we have reviewed all the feature and the function of the Islamic feature app, Islamic super app. So now let's start. So first what you need to do is you have to open the Android Studio on the Mac or PC that you have. Make sure you install it first. After that, when you open the Android Studio, you will see something like this. This is my project actually. I do have, but if you don't have project yet, it will be blank here. Okay, let's start. The first is you don't have to create the new project. You have to create the Flutter project. So click on it, and then Flutter should be selected, and then click next. And here, what I need to do is I need to create the name. I used to put the Islamic super app. Okay, so you can create any name that you want, and after that I choose Kotlin. You can choose Java, as up to you. For me, I really use this, so I just choose the Kotlin, and the rest you can keep it as default. Okay, let's create now. So we will create the project of the Islamic super app that we have discussed before. So now let me explain you first before we go deeper into screen by screen and the function by function. First, when you create the project, what you can see is you have the structure, the Android Studio, Android folder, which is for the Android app, and the iOS for the iOS app, and we also have the Linux and Mac web window as well. So this is the structure of the Flutter when you open uh, at the beginning. Okay, now let's try to open the emulator. First, when you want to open the emulator, what you can see is here we have the device manager. You just click on it. Here I do have two of my Android emulator, which is the Pixel 7 Pro and 9 Pro XL. For you, you can, if you don't have yet, what you need to do is you go to the top of that, and then add the new device, and select on the create the visual device. So when you create the visual device, what you will see is you have a lot of the Android app, which is Pixel 9, Pixel 9 Pro, and so on. So you can choose any device that you want to install. So for me, I do have this, so I just click on open. So it will launch the emulator for me. So when you click launch, what you need to see is you have to click it here, the device running. So in the device running, when you click on it, you will see this. So I go to open all. Yeah, here is the emulator that we do have. And now let's check our structure, what we have to build first for the beginning. Okay, now here is the I use ChatGPT for me to read the structure of the Islamic super app. Here what we have to do is we have this model, which is Umrah, Hajj Umrah, and we also have the controller. Here is the controller, and we have the model. Here the model, which is the step of the Hajj, and so on. So okay, let's start one by one. Now we need to create the folder first, the folder model and the folder of the Hajj Umrah. I'm going to copy this. So make sure you copy only these two words, not include the lib. Why? Because the lib is already here. So in the lib we already have. So we just open the lib folder and then right click just to create the new folder. Okay, I'm going to create the new folder and paste what I have copied, models and the Hajj Umrah, and then I enter. So now I have another folder which is the model, and then Hajj Umrah. Okay, next is I'm going to create also the file for this. In the Hajj Umrah, we also need to have another folder. We call it as controller. So we have controller, we have a controller file here. So I'm going to create another file which is controller. Okay, so inside the Hajj Umrah, create the new folder, call it as controller, and then also create the file of the controller, which is here. Okay, I'm going to create the file and then click it here. Okay, we have the controller. The next is we also need to have the model. Model need to be also inside the Hajj and Umrah as well. So inside this folder, we need to create the another folder. We call it as model. Here we have controller, we have model. And then next is we also need to create the file of the model. Visual is inside the model folder. Okay, now we have this structure. The next is we also need to have the home page. Home page need to be inside the view folder. Okay, I'm going to create on also another folder inside the Hajj Umrah. Okay, here is a view, and now is create the home. We have the home of the Hajj Umrah. Okay, then the next is the visual detail of the page. Okay, also inside the view. Okay, so now what we have is we have the module of the Hajj Umrah that we include a controller folder, model folder, and the view folder. So this is the first step of our structure that we are going to build. So in the next video, we are going to continue for the detail of each page that we need to include the coding inside each page. No worry if you don't know the coding or you don't have any knowledge about the coding, it's fine because we are using the ChatGPT. So okay, let's see it our next video.